Hello and good morning. Today I'm in a very positive and good mood, and the reason being at 12 o'clock midday I'm picking up one of the baddest convertibles ever. So maybe I'll start doing my interviews from my convertible. You know, you see these stupid black men on YouTube doing their interviews from their cars. They never show you what car it is, probably a banger, probably from some scrappy heap of metal. But I've noticed a lot of black men on YouTube, they do their interviews from their cars. Haven't they got homes to live in? Or they live in trailers or something? You know, but at 12 o'clock midday I'll be picking up a badass convertible. You wait! So maybe I'll be doing an interview for I'll do my shows from my car, become a little cheap. You know, bargain based black man. Anyway, away from convertible, I'm so excited. I really am. Smoke mirrors. Oh, I'm gonna faint. But anyway, on a serious subject, the FBI claimed that black identity, black people are a potential terrorist, you know, potential, you know, ticking time bomb waiting to explode. Now, what's interesting is that I was going to do a video, you know, pertaining to this subject, that the black community is a ticking time bomb waiting to go off. Now, the reason why I've come to that conclusion is because when you have extremism, extreme views, when you have what they regard to be socio-economics, cultural disfranchised, you know, disfranchised community, then you're going to lead to some political explosion, anger, violence, mutiny, revolution, rioting. However, what is interesting is that we have to ask the question, is the FBI justified in their analysis? Now, many people would argue that the FBI are race baiting, the FBI are being racist. But let us look at the facts. Let's look at the evidence. In Britain and in America, most black men who go to prison end up radicalized by none other than Islam. Muslims to black men is like a pedophile with a child. They groom them and tell them nice things and give them sweeties. Shh, you know, we love you, don't worry, don't mention the abuse. You know, a pedophile to a child, they groom them with nice words. And black men are angry and disfranchised due to their own doing. They don't support black business. They refuse to clean up the black community. They go on raping black women, raping white women too. The number of white women who are raped by black men, but this kind of subject you can't cover because it's racism. Just look up interracial rape and you'll be shocked and horrified the number of innocent white women who are raped by black thugs, but you can't mention it. So the FBI does have just concern, and indeed it is valid. And the reason why it is valid is because the number of black men who become Muslims, become radicalized, then become terrorists. They carry out terrorist activities. So while the Arab sitting there having a cigarette and a drink, the black man becomes the big black beast and goes out there bombing and terrorizing in the name of Islam. So indeed, the identification and lack of structure and lack of racial integrity Muslims exploit that in black culture. They know there's a vacuum, and they know where there's a vacuum, you plant your seeds. And hence, black men have become fertile ground, of which the Muslim then, or if you like, Muslims don't just groom white girls, they groom black men too. And black men are so gullible, they go around and they start bombing white people in the name of hate. And what's interesting, is this justified, the killing of white people? Of course not. Killing anyone is not justified. You will not hear any hate speech coming from my lips. I don't believe in killing. As a Christian, I don't believe in killing nobody, whether black, white, you name it. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in wars, because wars is over oil, over money and imperialism. I don't believe in killing nobody. I believe in love. So, is it justified? These blacks want to kill whites, these militant blacks, these pro-blacks, these thick thugs. No, and the reason why is that no black race today is so isolated from the market, from civilization, that the white race has power over them. That's impossible. You have the likes of Dave Chappelle, Beyonce, Oprah Winfrey, just to name just a few, all these rappers who are multi-millionaires, billionaires. Even Floyd Mayweather, the boxer, what did he do? He used $100 bills and he lit up a cigarette using $100 bills. He even put money in fire. That could have gone into the black community. White people are not your enemies. Your enemies are black people who refuse. They rather burn money. They rather burn money than support black business. Give me 2 seconds. Now, these are only a small minority of black celebrities who are millionaires, billionaires, like in the case of Oprah Winfrey, etc. And yet, black people pretend that they are disfranchised. They pretend that their whole existence revolves around the white devil. I was reading a book yesterday, which I want to do a review on and a critique on. This black woman who wrote how she refused to discuss racism with white people. And reading the book, I began to realize the problem is not white people, the problem is black people. Because we black people, we refuse to support black business. What the hell has that got to do with white people? The number of rappers that go around spreading violence, evil, hate in the black community, encouraging terrorism, yet these rappers, they live in white neighborhoods. These rappers, they live a white life. They pretend they're angry while they're drinking champagne, eating oysters, having large swimming pools, and they pretend they're angry, yet they're living the American dream. And black people fall for this nonsense. They support rap music. They support the likes of Snoopy Dogg, 50 Cent, not realize that these people, backed by Jewish money, they are supporting the destruction of your civilization. It has nothing to do with white people, but to do with black people and our lack of honor. And thus, it is no wonder that we are becoming terrorists, because when the Muslims see how stupid we are and brainless, they come in with their trucks, with their truckload, and they come in ready to sow their seed of hate. And when you have no foundation, it's easy for the devil to come in and take over your house, burgle you from inside. And that's what's happened to black people. Islam realizes how dumb, stupid, we have no integrity, and thus they come along knowing full well that we'll strap bombs to ourselves and kill in the name of Islam. The FBI, they do have a valid point. I was going to make a video a couple of weeks ago, months ago, with the title that black people are a ticking terrorist time bomb waiting to go off. Why? Ever since we left Christianity, we've become savages and we become the bitches for Islam. We become the bitches for Arabs. If you knew the history of the Arab slave trade way before the Westerners even got into Africa, the Arabs were enslaving black people way before. The division in Africa, you need to read, you need to know your history. The Muslims were there, enslaving black people. How the hell is Islam the black man's religion? You need to read the Bukhari's, the Hadiths, and the Quran, when it says, and I quote, "Those with black faces will not go to heaven." Gender! Those with black faces. If you see a black man, his soul is like a donkey. This is what the Quran and Hadith says. They said the soul of a black man is like shaitan. When you see a black man with raising hair, you see the devil. These are from the Quran, the Hadiths, and Bukhari's. This is how the Muslims relate to you black people. They see you as savages, as slaves. Abd in Arabic mean black and is synonymous with slaves. But because black people want revenge on white people so much, we don't give a damn how we do it. We'll sell our souls to Satan. We'll rot in hell. We will distort truth just to get back at white people. And that's the reason why the black race has become a breeding ground of terrorism. Every black man that goes to jail comes out a damn Muslim, and give him 2 weeks, and he'll strap a bomb to himself and in the name of Islam. The FBI is right. The FBI is right. And that is, we are in a serious situation. The black race has become nothing more than a terrorist organization, a terrorist group. I'm not speaking about, black Christians. I'm talking about those who are outside of Christianity, those who have taken on this Black Lives Matter, which has become a terrorist organization. The term Black Lives Matter, there's nothing wrong with it. Black lives do matter. But when you turn it into an organization of hate and terrorism, and believe it or not, did you know that Black Lives Matter is funded by Jews? Look it up. Look it up. Don't come causing trouble. Look it up. Black Lives Matter is funded by Jews, just like hardcore white feminism is funded by Jews, causing mischief in Europe. It's too complicated to go into. I've been reading a lot over the weekend as well as teaching, but I've been reading a lot, and you'd be surprised the evil hand in this matrix. You'd be surprised. Out for our destruction. However, I'm picking up my convertible. But before I do that, right, if you too want to be successful and you want to support my channel, How to Plan a Successful Life, which you can get on Amazon under S. Watson, How to Plan a Successful Life. You can read the review on Amazon, just being released. And if you want to, change the way you think and think positively, stop blaming people for your mistakes, right? And start to look at yourself and start think positively and be able to reach your goals, right? Then How to Plan a Successful Life. You can get on Amazon. And don't forget, if you want to support this channel, you can either pay by PayPal or even support my book. Thank you.